Hi everybody, today I will be having Popeyes chicken. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now today I have, this is the chicken. And next we have the string beans. The next side I have is the mashed potatoes with gravy. Look at how delicious that looks. And then I have the mac and cheese, nice and creamy. Then I have my two biscuits. And then last but not least, we got the corn on the cob. Shout out to my girl Keita for recommending this awesome meal. Thanks, girl. This is so good. For all you that are watching, biscuits are really good with mashed potatoes and gravy. You have no idea. This chicken is so tender and juicy. Tastes especially good with the hot sauce. These mashed potatoes are so delicious. They're especially good with some corn on the cob. This corn is so good. It's even good without any butter. You have no idea. And the mac and cheese is so creamy. Probably the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had. here we have the string beans. This is so good. It has it's got little bits of turkey in it. It's so good you don't even need salt or any seasoning. This is so good. You have no idea. Don't you? I wish you could have a bite of that. That was just so good. This macaroni and cheese has so much cheese on it. It's even better than the kind you can get in the box. It's just amazing how melted this cheese is. This is so good. This is so good. The meat is just perfectly cooked. Now, I've bought fried chicken before at the grocery store I go to. And there's nowhere near as cooked as good as this. It's either, every time I go there, it's either burnt. Just so perfectly cooked. Don't you wish you could have that? This is so good. This is so good. This chicken's amazing. This corn, it couldn't be any juicier. No, my roommates, they're not able, they made a life decision that they're giving up this type of food because they are vegan, meaning you can't have no meat and you can't even have dairy products. I did the vegan diet with them for a little bit. For about 6 months I did it. And I ended up working. I lost about 60 pounds. Now, my roommates, on the other hand, they lost a lot more than me because they're a lot more disciplined to it than me. Whereas me, if I went on try to do a vegan diet longer than 6 months, I would have been cheating on my diet at least twice a week. Because it's so hard to give up food like this. And I congratulate my roommates for doing it. About 3 times a week, me and my roommate, we go to, we work out at Export Fitness. And we always have fun there every time we go. Like the type of stuff I see my roommate and the trainer doing make me want to get the trainer myself. Just because it seems a lot more fun working out with a trainer than working out by yourself. Because you work out by yourself, you're going to want to stop quickly because you'll either get tired or bored and you're not going to have anyone motivating you. Unless, of course, you got your friends there. So anyway, I still have these 2 pieces of chicken and the biscuit right over here. Hi you guys, sorry about earlier. My battery had died. I had to change the battery on my camera, but I'm back and my sides were kind of all gone, so I had to go with spaghetti, and I still had chicken left over and the biscuit. And my roommate, she did not want to be in the camera today, so I will be talking to her while eating.
Hey viewers, I'm here. I'm just not in the camera. Don't want to be in the camera right now. I'm gonna sit here and watch this girl eat this food because that's all she do is eat anyway. So, hey.
Yes, that's true. That's all I do. My roommate,
she live in the damn kitchen.
All she does is make fun of me about how much time I spend in the kitchen. Like half the time I never know when she's gonna go in there and cook. She gets so mad she goes in the kitchen and it looks like a disaster. She'll come in there and be like, what the heck happened to my kitchen? It looks like a damn tsunami in my kitchen.
She's supposed to be cleaning the kitchen, but instead of cleaning the kitchen, she in there all day eating. So it's 10, 11 o'clock at night, and she's still sitting there washing dishes after she done been in there all day, talking about she cleaning.
Yeah, because I'll either be cleaning up after about 3 meals that I've already had, and plus whatever my roommate's dishes used. I'll be cleaning up after myself and plus my roommate, so it takes me a while because not only do I gotta wash, I also have to dry and put away the dishes, and then clean the table, the stovetop, and sweep the floor.
Don't lie to the viewers.
No, that's the truth. I do that.
Don't lie to the viewers. We got a dishwasher. So even when you was using the dishwasher, you wasn't in that kitchen all that time. How you in there 4 hours washing dishes and the dishwasher going and the kitchen still not clean? There's only 3 people live here in the house.
Well, I will tell you.
We ain't even got that many dishes.
I will tell you. I will tell you
dishes.
the reason for that being. Okay, the reason for that being is a lot of times, if late at night I have.
Tell the truth, you eating. You eating.
Okay, I'm eating. But
that's all I'm thinking it is. You eating.
And not only that, a lot of times I'll be in there like taking a break from cleaning to eat, and then I'll be sluggish after I eat. So then I'll have to sit down.
Eating and rubbing her stomach. That's what she's doing, viewers.
Yeah, I'll be eating and rubbing my stomach and just drinking a lot of water, trying to wash it down, and waiting like an hour to digest my food. But it takes me, sometimes it takes me days just to get my house chores done, like the laundry, folding clothes, putting them away, and then keeping my room clean. Like sometimes
Sound like a little kid.
Yeah, sometimes I just get so busy I just don't even care. I just don't even care how my room looks. And I'll get the rest of the house clean and then just not care how my room looks until like a week into it, and I'm like, okay, I need to clean my room.
I used to love to eat chicken. That don't even look. I don't know. I don't miss chicken.
For that viewers, my roommate, she says she does not miss chicken.
I don't.
She is she's been a vegan since last year in February. And I don't know how she does it. I tried being a vegan not being a vegan, just doing the diet for about 6 months. After 6 months, every time we go to the grocery store and we'd see the hot food bar or the salad bar, I would just cheat on my diet and go back to eating like
She only be on a diet, y'all, for 1 day. 1 day.
No, not true. Not true, viewers.
Because she'll stick to it 1 day, then the next day she eats something else, and then she says it's a cheat day every once in a while. She don't stick to no diet.
Yeah, that's true. The longest I could actually go, like sticking to a diet and eating a half a cup version of food, like how my roommate's personal trainer would tell me to do. I'd probably be able to do it for like maybe 3, maybe 4 days at the most. But then I don't know why by day 4, my stomach feels like it's starving, and I'll just binge eat off of anything.
Anything, so you'll eat anything?
I'll pretty much, if my roommate buys...
You'll eat anything?
Any fast food.
Nah, you said anything.
No.
Nah, you said you'll eat anything.
Not like that. I'm just meant.
Anything is anything.
Like any fast food she orders, I'll buy it.
Anything is anything.
I'll eat any type of food. I'm not picky. Like I've never been like that. I'll eat octopus and it won't even bother me because I've been eating octopus and all types of seafood all my life growing up. Cause,
you eat frog?
I've had frog before. I've only had it from
Have you ever eaten rabbit?
No, I can't. I've never had rabbit.
I ate rabbit before.
The closest I could say to rabbit was duck. I went to a French restaurant.
You know, it's people that eat like raccoons and possums. Now you said you eat any kind of food. You said anything. So if somebody cooked a raccoon or a possum and gave it to you and you ate it and you liked it without knowing what it was, and then after you ate it all, they told you what it was, would you eat it again?
I don't know. I think I'd be disgusted to the point I'd want to throw up. I don't know. I would feel extremely disappointed and just betrayed that that person did not want to tell me what it was. But when it comes to raccoon or possum, you would honestly have to trick me to get me to eat it, because those are two animals in the wild that I'm like deathly afraid of. I'll never forget when I first moved here. My roommate's little cousin. She's about like 7 years younger than me. Anytime I have to go out and take out the garbage, I'd always have her come outside. I'd be like, "Can you stand out on the porch and let me know if you see a raccoon or a possum? That way, if you see it, I can run around the block and you just let me in the house."
But you're not a team person though. You scared of them. I'm not like, well, I ain't gonna say I'm not afraid of them. I ain't gonna mess with them, and I hope they don't mess with me. But it's like, I think these raccoons and possums are extremely huge around here. You seen the raccoon and possum outside, and you take off running and ran in the house, and locked the door, left me outside with the raccoons. And then not only did you lock that door, you went down to the basement and locked the basement door too. That's what I've never understood. Why did you go and lock both doors?
I have no idea. I was just scared. I was just extremely scared and panicked and just didn't know what to do. So I made the stupidest decision by locking my roommate out.
But you locked the door right here, off the back porch, because we was outside on the back porch viewers. But you locked that door.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get in this door, and I went down to the basement door to try to get in. And you ran down there and locked that door. What the hell? Why did you lock that door?
I think at the time...
And the door downstairs was already closed. So why did you lock it? You think the raccoons can turn knobs?
No, because at the time I was thinking I was going to let you in from the basement. And I'm like, nope, it's very narrow, the spot, like, down the stairs to the door. And I'm thinking, like,
So lock me out there with the raccoon, though.
No, I was thinking that they were going to follow you downstairs because I had already seen...
Right, so if you thought that they were going to follow me down the stairs, if they going to follow me down the stairs, I can't get in the house to safety. I'm just out there fighting with the raccoons, huh? Just lock me out there to fight with the raccoons.
I'm so sorry about that. Like, I think about that a lot, and I feel really bad about that. Just like if I see a damn hornet, which is a bee that
I know what that is.
Yeah, but if I see a hornet outside and it's like flying around the screen door from the outside, I'm not going to want to have the outside door. I'm not going to want to have the door open. And yet you always want to have this door open whenever we have a nice day. You just want to sit on the porch knowing I'm petrified of these bees.
But I feel the same way about mice. Like, we don't have mice viewers, so...
No, we do not.
But because I have 4 cats, and I pretty much keep my house pretty clean, but my cat went outside one day and caught a mouse and decided to run in the house, and Amber decided to let him in the house.
I did not, but viewers, I have to tell you, the only reason that is I was not paying attention to the cat. I was not paying attention to the cat. All I see is the cat was in the door, eager to come in the house, and I did not pay attention that he had anything in his mouth, because his mouth was closed, and I barely noticed that he had anything in his mouth.
You knew because you told me he had it in his mouth. You seen the tail hanging out of his mouth.
I did not realize. I did not realize that it was in his mouth until he got in the house.
Okay. Which cat like to treat cat treats the most?
That would be Chaos.
It was Chaos. It's Chaos, right?
Yeah.
Anytime we go to the closet door, even if we're not getting cat treats, who comes?
It would be Chaos because he is a fiend for those
what
cat
cat
treats.
had the mouse?
Chaos.
So with your genius brain, instead of letting Chaos back out the door with the mouse in his mouth, you decide to go and open the closet door where the cat treats are and shake the cat treats. With Chaos running to you with the mouse in his mouth, and you're shaking the cat treats, and you standing there screaming, "What the F? What the F? Oh my God, Chaos, come on, let's go." What was you thinking?
Well, what I was thinking then is I could not get him out of the house. So the only way to get him out of the house was to have him follow me while I had the cat treats. So I was holding the bottle of cat treats, just shaking it up and trying to get him out the door. And since he loves those cat treats more than anything, he followed me. And so I opened the door.
No, he didn't. He was chasing you around the damn house first. Now, what if he had decided to let the mouse go and chase you with cat treats, thinking he finna get cat treats?
That's why I brought myself outside with the cat treats, from what I remember.
Anyway. I'm terrified of mice.
Yeah.
And you're terrified of bees.
Yeah.
You can run in the house from a bee and lock me outside. It don't matter if I'm in danger, if somebody coming to kill me.
I'm more scared of a bee than a person. I'm more scared to get stung by a bee than to get punched in the face by a person. Because a bee, because I don't know for sure.
You're not a team player, but I'm realizing you're not a team player.
I'm a team player.
You're not a team player. You're not,
I'm a team player. I'm just a scaredy cat when it comes to bees or possums.
But
and I don't
the only thing matter to you is you getting the safety. What about my safety?
I would think about your safety if there was
after you safe, huh?
No, if we had a fire in the house.
The boogeyman got me outside, trapped at the door. I'm just dead.
No, you're not dead.
After he just butchered me half of my body.
Well, if he butchers
now then you gonna be worried about me? What you gonna be doing standing at the door talking about no, don't do that. You gonna open the door, come out and help me?
No, what I would do is I would
no.
No. That's not necessarily what I would do if I saw someone chasing you. I'd pull your ass in the door and throw the cat at him.
The cat? Really? You gonna throw the cat?
I would throw the meanest cat.
Yeah.
I would throw the meanest cat we have. Or better yet, I'll pick up two cats and throw them at his face.
But you're gonna be in the house already, huh?
I will do what we call the switcheroo.
Switcheroo?
Yeah, where I pull your ass in and then throw him the cat.
and
then slam the door.
I'm dead.
And then
I'm dead. And you're gonna be dead too. You're gonna be dead too.
Well, I'll make sure I have a drill. So that way.
A drill?
Yeah, so that way I could drill his head. So that way he can't kill you.
Where are you gonna get the drill from?
I'm gonna get the drill out of our closet. I ain't gonna use no butcher knife. I'm gonna just get the drill and start drilling him in the head.
Are you really listening to yourself? You gonna go and get the drill. Mind you, you gotta get away from the boogeyman. I'm just gonna call him the boogeyman. You gotta get away from the boogeyman, and we're at the door. He's butchering me to death already. You threw the cat. He got a butcher. He's the butcher man. So if he already butchering me to death, the cat ain't finna do nothing. You gotta get away. So that's why I know you ain't gonna be smart enough to close the door and be able to go and get the drill. in time, you gonna die too.
If he's chasing you, I'm pretty sure you'd have a common sense that if I unlock the door, you will get your ass in the fucking house, regardless of what size you are.
You're not giving common sense.
I know that you're gonna come in the house. I don't
care. I'm
having
common sense. I'm gonna have enough common sense not to be locked or trapped outside in any type of dangerous situation.
I'm not going to have you trapped.
That's what I'm.
No,
I'm not
because you need to open your mouth and.
Huh?
I'm saying you gotta open your mouth.
I know it's gonna be 10 times worse if you ran in the house and locked me outside from the raccoon. If a man is out there really out there butchering me, it's gonna be worse. You ain't coming to that door. You gonna be standing on the other side of the door with the door locked. I'm like, no, don't do that. Stop. Oh my God. So I'm just dead. I'm just dead.
Well, do you have a weapon of choice that I could go outside and use on this man?
A weapon of choice outside.
Yeah, if this man ever chases you and you're in danger.
God forbid. I hope it don't ever happen.
It won't happen. It won't happen.
Well, I know I'm dead already if I gotta fight the raccoon.
Unless we're in a country area where anything bad can happen, then that is the only way that doesn't happen. Them crazy hillbillies will most likely be the type to be serial killing. That don't happen in our neighborhood, no. So you ain't got to worry about all that. The only thing you got to worry about is a bee and a fucking raccoon.
I'm not scared of bees.
Well, I'm scared of bees, so therefore I know
what I'm doing. I'm gonna lock you out there so you can see what
no.
it's like.
I know what it feels like.
No, you don't. I'm gonna lock you out there when there's a raccoon, or I'm gonna go out there and find a beehive.
Excuse me, you've already locked me out with fucking raccoons before when we've had our arguments.
I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I'm gonna make sure that it's real good deep into the summer too.
Oh, God damn it.
And
I'll make sure.
I'm gonna cut up a good juicy watermelon.
And do what? Put it on the porch?
Yes.
Oh, God damn.
I'm gonna eat the watermelon, let all the watermelon juice drop on the back porch and stuff. So, you just gonna be good bees out there. I'm gonna be like, come on, Amber, let's go sit down here on the back porch for a little while. And your stupid self gonna come go with me. And I'm gonna lock you out there. And then I'm gonna lock the basement door. So you ain't got no way to get in.
Well, then I will just sit in the goddamn alley until you decide to let me in the fucking house. Or better, effing house. I'm sorry, my bad. Excuse my language. I will go in the front and just sit on the porch. And then I will just...
Bees not gonna come in the front?
I doubt it. If I don't have a watermelon in my hand, I think I'm pretty safe. Or better yet, if I feel the need to, I would just throw that watermelon in the neighbor's yard.
In the neighbor's yard. I don't know, our neighbor's kind of crazy. They might do something to you.
Hey man, the neighbors had raccoons in their attic. I don't think they're going to care about a little watermelon in their grass. People throw freaking honey buns in their grass.
I couldn't live in no house. I don't know how they did that. Lived in that house with raccoons in the attic.
I don't either. I couldn't believe how many raccoons would come out of the attic anytime 2 summers ago. I was mad as hell. When I saw them raccoons coming out. Anytime I walked through the gangway to the alley, I would always walk with my head down just so I wouldn't have to look at those raccoons. But every once in a while, my head would just tell me, do you want to maybe look up out of curiosity? I look up and there freaking raccoon was on the roof just staring at me. Like as if he knew I was scared. And they could smell fear too. That's why
those raccoons are big too.
Yeah, those raccoons were, I'm going to say they were about this big. That big, right? Yeah.
That's like you asking me?
I'm asking you, Keisha. They were about that big. From what my other roommate said, that he saw a raccoon that was about 3 to 4 feet tall. one summer.
They're huge.
And they get pretty huge. I've never seen them.
They are very huge.
I've never seen them that big, and I'm glad I haven't. But a couple times I've seen raccoons around 11:30 at night. Like one time, my roommate's niece drove me to Walgreens to pick up a prescription, and I saw 2 raccoons, and they were just walking next to each other, like 2 humans, just walking next to each other on the sidewalk. I look over at her, I'm like, yeah, we need to hurry up and get in the car. She's like, why? And I'm like, there's 2 raccoons coming up by us right over there. And she's like, oh, don't say that. I'm like, I'm serious, get in the effing car now. I'm like, let's get in the effing car now. Because I can't stand to look at them. They freak me the hell out. Like if
You're scared of everything.
I'm not scared of everything. I'm just scared of nature life.
You scared of everything.
I'm scared of possums and raccoons. I don't like them. I don't like the way they look. Like my mom was the same way. It wasn't so much raccoons. Her biggest fear, she didn't like mice. She didn't like rats. She was a Libra, just like my roommate. She didn't like any type of vermins like rats, possums, and mice. If she saw one in her flowers, she'd freak out and just take off running in the house. Or if I heard her voice screaming and sounding like a siren when she would scream, I knew she saw it.
Boy, them rats in New York. I'll never forget that video that it used to be on, I think I seen it on YouTube.
What was
when
it?
I first seen it. Or was it Facebook? I can't remember. It was a couple years ago. The man was sleeping on the train in New York. And this rat, when I say this rat, had to be about a foot long.
A foot long?
This rat
about the size of your water bottle?
No, this rat was way huger than that. This rat was extremely huge. And he was on the train, and the man was asleep. I don't know if he was a homeless man or what, but he was asleep. And this rat ran through the train and ran up that man's leg, up his shoulder, went around his neck, and back down. That man was freaking out.
Oh shit!
I was screaming like it was me. I was screaming. There's no way I'm gonna live in New York just because of that rat I seen on that video.
You know, another. I can understand that. Another phobia I have is I've never actually seen it in person, but I do not like the way tarantulas look. Like, I've never actually seen them in the U.S., but I've seen them in movies. And, like, I remember watching an episode of Malcolm in the Middle where they were at the zoo, and this one tarantula crawls up the father's face and bit him, and he had this big purple bump on his cheek. And it was a spider bite. And it was just so gross. Like, I was so grossed out anytime they showed that episode. When I would watch Malcolm in the Middle, I just couldn't watch it because I knew it was coming and I would just turn my head. Like, that's how. I can remember in health class, I'm turning the pages in my book, and I see a picture of a tarantula, and I like freaked out. I was like, what the hell? It was a big ass it was a big page, just graphic design of the tarantula, and I just freaked out. Because I did not...
Did y'all have to dissect?
No, when I was in school, we did not have to dissect anything.
Oh, man.
Like, if we had... If they wanted us to... I was never in the type of class where they would be dissecting. Because,
man.
I never took that class.
Worst day in school for me. I ain't gonna say... It was one of the worst days in school.
Because
I had I had some days in school.
Was that the type of class you had to take in high school, or was it Okay. Because back when I was
very disgusting.
I can imagine. What'd you have to dissect?
Oof. When I tell you, oh my God, I was trying. Look, was trying not to go to school that day. I was trying so bad not to have to go to school that day. But my mama, you ain't gotta go to school, but you gotta get the hell up out of here.
That's far.
So, guts. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about it. It was nasty.
I can imagine.
It was very nasty.
I don't know with the animal if I would have gotten grossed out about dissecting, depending on the animal. Like, for me personally, if it was something I'm scared of, like a rat or a tarantula, I'd be scared to dissect that. But I think I'd be fine dissecting a frog.
Dissecting a frog?
Yeah, like if I had to dissect a frog, because to me frogs, they don't creep me out. Like, I don't get creeped out by. I've never been creeped out by a frog.
I think frogs are kind of cute.
Yeah, I think so too. Weirdly, my aunt, she is real scared of frogs. Like, from what my mom used to tell me. I don't know for what reason, but if she sees like decorations like a frog, she's just scared. I don't know why. Like, how a frog could freak you out. That's like, I don't understand.
I can understand why a frog can creep people out. I guess because of the way they feel and.
The sliminess, probably.
But I still think they kind of cute. That's weird. I think they kind of cute. How they the transition of the frog. I think that's why I kind of like the frog. Like butterflies, like.
Now, by the transition, you mean from when they're babies to when they get older and how big they get?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of them can get real big.
You don't know the transition of a frog?
Not really. No, I've just seen them in like movies or cartoons, but I've never actually seen a frog in person. Like, if I did, it was probably at the zoo, but I really didn't pay much attention because, at the time, me and my class, we were just, like, sightseeing.
So the schools, because of where you grew up at, when your school took trips, and did y'all ever go to the zoo on field trips with school?
Yeah, we did. We went to the Brookfield Zoo, and we went to the Lincoln Park Zoo.
Okay. Lincoln Park, not a good zoo.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it.
Brookfield is a good zoo.
It's better.
I like Brookfield. Maybe we can go to the Brookfield or something.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
I remember I went to the Lincoln Park Zoo, and I remember I went with at the time with my ex-girlfriend, and she was kind of on the heavy set side, so she wasn't able to walk, so she would have me push her in the wheelchair. And I wasn't very strong back then, and I'm still not now. Because the girl...
I was going to say, you're not strong now.
The girl at the time, she was like 5'3", and she weighed about 260 pounds. And I was about 100, 180, 190 pounds. So about similar to what I am now. But at the time, I was so used to being lazy and not really working out, so... Pushing her in a wheelchair was a lot harder than you think, especially if you had to go up a hill. If you had to go up a hill or a different level.
I would push her ass over there with the pan.
She had me going up a hill, down the hill, and there was a bunch of times where I dropped her, and she went flying down the hill in the wheelchair, and I was lucky that day she didn't end up beating me up.
I was just announcing, did she beat you up?
No, she yelled at me, and then, no, she actually did. My friend Sarah, who used to work at Jewel with me, she calls my best friend. She calls her on the phone, ends up complaining to her what I did. And Sarah manipulated the girl into thinking that I did it on purpose by dropping her. But really, it was more like me just being a klutz, and I was tired that day. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and viewers, if you know me, I'm not a morning person at all. That's why a lot of my videos, are at nighttime. So she expected me to be able to do all that for her early in the morning. And the sun was out. It was real hot. And I was wearing a sweater and jeans in the summer. And I was just mad as hell because when I moved in with her, I didn't have a lot of clothes. So I had to wear whatever I had. So that was probably the worst trip I ever took to Lincoln Park Zoo with her, because the entire time,
I wish I had
the entire time, I wanted to be able to sightsee and enjoy everything, but she made it like it was all about her and pushing her in that damn wheelchair, and I really just wanted to push her ass down the freaking hill and ditch her and have a good time by myself.
At the zoo with your family, no?
No, no, I was not with my family. It was just no.
Talking about the animals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with the animals. Okay.
Your family. Oh man.
Yeah, but along with the mother.
Who decided to take this trip? You or her?
That was her.
She wanted to go let you see your relatives.
No, she wanted to go to the zoo just to get out of the house because she had her moments where she had.
Did y'all see all the animals?
Yeah, we got to see some of them.
I say all. Did y'all see all the animals?
No, we didn't see all of them because she kept.
So she really just took you to see her family.
No, because at the time she was basically made me think that she had cancer when she didn't. She only told me that just to keep me around. So when we went to the zoo, she wanted us to stay for like maybe 2 hours. And I was fine with it. I just didn't like having to push her up all them times. Like push her up the hill, push her down. Anytime we had to see different animals. So she calls my best friend, told her what I did. And so my best friend thought it'd be funny to tell the girl to slap me in the face. So she tells me to get something off the ground for her. Like she purposely dropped something. I went and got it, and she just slapped the hell out of me for dropping her down the hill. And she did not give me any warning. She just tricked me, got me to get something off the ground for her, and she just slapped the hell out of me to where I almost fell over. No, I didn't hit her back. I'm like, what the hell was that for? And she said, Sarah told me to do it. And I'm like, Sarah told you to hit me? I doubt that.
That's something you said?
I take the phone from her. I'm like, really? You told this girl to hit me? I'm like, do you know how crazy she is? She actually will do it. And you went and told her to hit me? What the hell kind of friend are you?
You look real serious. Is that how you was looking?
Yes, this is how I was looking.
That's really how you was looking, like that was your mad face?
No, I was more mad. I felt like I couldn't do nothing to back to this girl. I could not hit this girl because she was because she was in a wheelchair. And we were around a bunch of freaking white people. Like straight up white people. I'm Italian, so I'm Italian, so I'm more closer to like Hispanic. So we're around white people, and I cannot hit this girl.
But she hit you around all these people.
Yeah, but at the time it's more like she's crippled, so she can get away with it. That's how white people see it. She's crippled. She can go ahead and hit you, and you can't do nothing back.
Call the police?
Yeah, exactly. I was scared they were gonna
go to jail.
Yes. I was scared I was gonna go to jail.
So you just let her slap?
Yeah, I let her slap me. I just made it seem like she's handicapped.
Why you just push her somewhere and leave her?
Because she would have gotten up out of the chair and chased me.
But if she's 5'3", 200 and how many pounds?
260.
260 pounds, and you was 180 pounds. You could have ran. She couldn't catch you.
No, if she was mad, she
wouldn't have cared. You could have just pushed her somewhere and took off running.
At the time, I didn't have a phone, so it's not like it's not like I could call. It's not like I could call any of my family members to be like my getaway car and come get me.
What do the phone have? She couldn't catch you.
So what if she couldn't catch me? I had no way to get home without her. If I ditched her,
the zoo was full of people. You could ask somebody to use their phone.
she would have found me and then probably punched me in front of them. She wasn't scared to do it. And then she would have got us both put in jail. So I was not willing to go through all of that stress.
So what about when y'all got home? Why you didn't hit her back then?
Well, because when it wasn't about when we got home. The main drama of this story is when we got on the bus. Well, we got on the
bus.
No, she didn't beat me up on the bus. When we got on the damn bus, this crazy BITCH, she wanted to make out on the bus. I didn't care who was watching. And there was old people on the bus.
The fat lady?
Yes, my girlfriend at the time. She wanted to make out on the bus and wanted me to be the type of girl that was okay with making out in public. And I'm not the type of girl.
Like, she wanted to go real far?
She, not real far. She wanted to make out in front of
kissing.
everybody. Yeah, just kissing. But it's just, in public, you don't do that.
What's wrong with kissing in public?
I just always found that, I mean, I was raised different, so I've always thought that was kind of low class to be like making out in public. Like, it's one thing to do it in your car.
You know what, you remind me of the lady that I seen on Facebook. She raised all type of hell because this man and his girlfriend was kissing and making
It's
out
no big deal.
in the restaurant.
It's no big
she
deal.
Went crazy and
It's no big deal for me to see other people doing it. I just wouldn't do it. Like, if they do it, I'll just think like, oh, it's so cute. They got an interesting.
It's cute for them, but it's not cute for you.
Well, I'd be kind of embarrassed to do it just because if I'm there with my girlfriend, it's going to cause extra attention because it's two beautiful girls kissing, and that's going to cause a riot. Me kissing a gorgeous girl would cause a riot.
Said two beautiful girls.
You'd be surprised how beautiful I clean up myself if I'm going out on a date.
What?
You have no idea.
I gotta see this date.
If I was going out with a girl, I would definitely clean myself up. I'd be taking 2 hours to get ready.
Viewers, y'all got comment telling y'all wanting to see her made up, how she cleaned herself up. I gotta see this.
Well, first you gotta give me some makeup.
I ain't giving you nothing.
Well, I can't clean
I ain't
myself
going
up.
on no date with you.
Well, you gotta give me some makeup.
I'm not going on no date with you, so why I gotta get you some makeup? Whoever you going on a date with, tell them to get you some makeup.
I'm not going on the date anytime soon.
How do you know?
You
might go somewhere tomorrow and meet somebody, or later on today
because
and meet somebody that wants to take you out on a date.
Impossible. Yeah, maybe a handsome guy or something, but it's very impossible that a beautiful girl is just going to come up to me and ask me out on a date.
How come you can't go up to her?
Because I'm not psychic. I don't know who's gay.
Psychic?
I don't know who's gay and who's bi and who's straight.
Now, you told me before that you just had that sense that you can just sense people and stuff like that.
It's hard for me to sense that when their boyfriends always come around.
So if you just seen a woman, a beautiful girl or something, and she was by herself.
If she was by herself, and if she was by herself, I could probably maybe be able to tell. So why come you
can't go and talk to her?
Well, because
offer her, you know.
Well, because that person that you're talking about, I know exactly who you're talking about. There is someone.
I wasn't talking about no person.
I know, but.
I'm just saying, period. A person, period.
Because it seems like that girl that looks and like she could possibly be in the girls and she's pretty. I may not be attracted to her just because there might be a girl next to her best friend that's even twice better looking, but that girl is straight, and I'll just be like looking at her because she looks better than her best friend who's gay. So therefore, I'm kind of picky as hell, and I don't know why, but I think it's because when I was in high school, the girls I hung out with, they were gorgeous. And I always, because I was around them a lot, I always wished I could date a girl that beautiful. And my brother used to tell me that the girls that are mean and beautiful, that they make up for it in certain ways. I can't really get into that, but I'm sure all you viewers probably know where I'm getting at.
I don't know if all the viewers think like your brother, so they might not know, because I definitely don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I mean?
I don't even think I want to know. Be
Yes.
honest with you. I really don't think I really want to know. I don't know. You have a weird way of thinking. And your brother seems to be a little cuckoo peculiar too. Just a little touch or something. So I don't even know if I wouldn't even know what he was talking
Well,
about.
let me tell you this. Okay, there's a saying about women. Nice in the head.
What?
Nice in the head. Nice in the bedroom. and
you just look like a real crazy person.
And if they're crazy in the head, they're crazy in the bedroom. And that might be a good thing for you. So that's why.
You a little crazy in the head. So, why are you saying that you crazy, you know?
No, but I mean yeah, but I mean like the second best or unattractive girls, I can't see them being like good in the bed. They would be more like boring and okay, but then. So
you saying that a person that don't look all, you know, a 10, as they call it, a 10, a dime piece. So you saying just because they not a dime piece that they can't make up for it in other places?
They probably could. It's just I've never given them a chance in order to know.
So you're shallow.
I guess you could say that, because the girls that don't look like dime pieces, that look more like let's just say a 5 or 6, they're the type of girls I'm comfortable with, like too comfortable with, so I would put them in the friend zone. Like, and then the girls are like real, like drop dead gorgeous. Those are the girls I'm like scared as hell to even talk to. Like, I could just be looking at them and I'm just scared to talk to them. But yet I could talk to their less attractive best friend and be comfortable with her.
So you just gonna be single then? You right, you ain't going on no date no time.
Or I could just go out with
the statement.
Okay, well then I'll just go out with the second best or the unattractive best friend. I probably, because I noticed like the real skinny girls have the attractive face and the perfect body. Those are the ones I'm intimidated by, because I myself, I don't have the best body. I'm like 30 pounds overweight. So until I get my weight down, I'll probably just go with girls that are like a little thicker. But anyways, I like thick girls.
So wait. So you saying if you lost weight,
yeah,
you lost this 30 pounds, a thicker girl, you wouldn't talk to her because you lost weight until you then she would be fat?
No, I wouldn't. I would talk to her if she was like, if she's like a thick Hispanic, like thick Puerto Rican or black girl. I'd be into her, because those girls have that natural beauty where they have that gorgeous face, and it makes up for them being thick, but they got beautiful bodies even though they are thick. But on the other hand, with a white girl, I'm not going to find a white girl attractive if she's thick, because with white girls, I've been bigger than this before. So I'm kind of grossed out by, like, if I'm grossed out to look at like cellulite or any flaws on my body, I'm not going to want to look at it on another girl. Like on a white girl.
Shallow as hell.
I can only stand to look at flaws on a black girl, because a black girl, they're naturally beautiful, and
Thank you. You know,
and
I
on
thank
top
the
of
Creator for blessing me with all this junk. So thank you. You know, thanks for the compliment. But Em, I don't go that way. I don't like that type of meat, okay?
Yes, I don't.
So stop all your compliments, okay? I don't need your compliments, okay? Thank you.
And on top of it, I mean, sometimes I like black girls more than white girls, just because with black girls they have that kind of goofy, fun, lovable personality, whereas like a white girl is like sometimes they just have like a dull personality, and I want a girl that's like the opposite of me. Like if I'm dull, I need somebody to bring out the dark cloud over my head with their like sunlight personality. So I want someone that's like real kind of giggly and happy and kind of like that lights up a room. Like, that's what I look for in a woman, and someone that could also make me laugh. Cause
maybe you should write them a song or something. Since you like making up songs and stuff, maybe you should write the girl a song or something and slide it to her, you know, like on the low side or something without people seeing you.
No, because anytime I've done that in the past, if I wrote
you done that before?
Yes, with my first girlfriend, I wrote her a song, and then she told her.
You remember the song? You gotta remember the song.
Yeah, I don't remember the whole song.
No, you just said you remember how.
It was a remake of what was that one artist? It was a solo artist.
Who?
I'm trying to remember. It was Nick Carter.
Yeah, which song?
I Love Candy.
How did that go? The I Love Candy song.
It was like I can't really. I can't remember the lyrics.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm gonna Google.
All right, Google it.
How the song go?
It was like, I want candy. I want candy. I want candy all the time. She's the girl I can't ignore. I don't really know past that. I just know that song stuck in my head when it came out, and that was in 2003. And I watched, and it was on an episode of Lizzie McGuire. It was her, and she was at Nick Carter's, one of his concerts. Or no, not Nick Carter, Aaron Carter. And she was at one of his concerts, and back then I thought he was the most gorgeous teenager I've ever seen. And I would watch that episode over and over just to see him on there.
You getting off the topic. Yeah. I want to hear this song that you wrote for this girl.
Okay. Well, the song, it went like this. It was like, I want Chloe. I want Chloe. She's so fun and exciting. Every time I see this girl, I can't help but laugh at her. It's not 'cause she's funny looking. It's just 'cause she's got that way. She's got something about her. Anytime I see the girl, I just light up like a Christmas tree. 'Cause I want Chloe. I want Chloe. Her best friend is even hotter, but I don't even notice her, 'cause Chloe just gets my attention. She introduced me to her sister before. I think her sister was the reason we broke up. Because her sister was a perfect 10. She was real thin, but had blonde hair.
Oh my God.
But all that time I wanted Chloe. 'Cause I want Chloe. I'm sure she's watching this. She's probably laughing with her girlfriend. But I don't give a care. 'Cause I'll share this song with her.
You still want Chloe?
I don't want Chloe. Because she's the reason I met Rachel.
Wait. I told you to sing the song that you wrote for Chloe. It sounded like you added some more stuff to the
I
end.
did. I thought I added a twist to make it funnier. But the song, it was real.
So wait, did you sing her this song?
I didn't sing it to her. I actually texted her the song and let her read the lyrics, but I didn't get to sing it to her. Actually, no, I did sing it to her. I can remember, I was in the Jewel parking lot that I was working at, and I'm outside pushing carts, and I would always go outside with my phone, and she would call me. I'd answer the phone and kind of hide behind the SUV while I'm supposed to be pushing carts. I'd hide behind the car and make sure there's no one in the car. I just hide behind the SUV, answering the phone, and then I sang the song to her. But I sang it kind of quietly because I didn't want no one to hear, and then ended up reporting me to my boss about not doing no work. So I'm singing the song, and she actually liked it, but at the same time I could tell by the way she said that she liked it, that she was really thinking like, what the hell is this girl singing?
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking right now. What the hell are you talking about? Oh my God, I would think I would have been, you wouldn't have liked me no more because I would have laughed.
I was never good at singing. When I was
singing, that song was terrible.
When I was in high school, girls would tell me that you dance better than you sing. You can't sing at all.
You can't dance either.
I used to dance.
Oh, what was that?
I used to dance the Sierra. It was the 1-2 step. That was my favorite dance move.
We gotta show the viewers that dance one day.
Yeah, if I show.
We should go stop this video. If we gonna save that part for another video, I don't know, viewers. Y'all want to see her do this dance? Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we're going to come back again tomorrow with another video. Thank y'all for watching. Peace. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that bell button. Let's get these views and these likes up and these subscribers.
Peace out, viewers. Hope you subscribe.
Thank y'all for coming in and checking in with the roommates.
Peace out. Thank you all for watching.